And we're live. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I gotta change into my back area so I can be inside the same color palette here as in purple. And we also have Augusto, our other intern. Today is a special,
Hey, how's it
very
going,
special
guys?
day. We have our Vibe Demo Day into an idea of post MVP growth which will lead the judges to focus and orientation about their comments of the demo that we are going to see today into how to get traction into the market, how to compete with others already companies, uh, if they're big or not, and how to make their product, how to make their idea become a really a business and to stay into the market inside with a very full ideas and how to compete against some of the big companies. Say big companies because some of the judges come from big companies, so we're very happy and pleased to have them with us. And talking about big company, I will bring up Rene from Artizen. He's the founder. I will leave him alone
Hello,
saying,
hello.
yeah, GM. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, very happy to see you here. I guess we never meet each other before, so very happy to see you here. Happy to see you're supporting the cause and especially being inside the product that you are trying to move forward to. It says a lot about your character, and I'm very happy to have you here, man. Thank you.
Happy to be here. Yeah, huge fan of vibe coding. It has changed how I approach product development. We are able to move so much faster now that we have AI to give us superpowers. So huge fan. I know a lot of people are freaked out about it. I think it's awesome, wonderful. I'm hooked. I love it. So today, do you want me to give you a little overview of what Artisan is?
Yeah, it would be great if you'd say something about yourself. I don't know if everyone knows Rene and about the idea of Artisan, and then you can come up with the project you are coming bringing with us.
Okay, sounds good. Well, so
Okay.
I'm a fifth generation artist, grew up in a family of very creative people, filmmakers, dancers, painters, graphic artists, poets, novelists. And I saw firsthand how much joy and beauty creativity can bring into the world. But I also saw firsthand how difficult it is to be a creative person, to have these crazy ideas in your head that you want to give birth to. And often it can be next to impossible to pay your bills being a creator if you're focused on your own work, your own projects. And so I've really dedicated my life to trying to make it easier for creators to raise money. And I started in the arts, filmmaking specifically. That was the area that I helped creators raise money in. I went to film school. That was my first love. Then I got into immersive art and entertainment, and that was virtual reality, augmented reality. I focused on helping creators in that world raise money. And then I realized at a certain point that the more developers, coders, engineers, scientists that I ran into, that really we're all part of the same tribe. All creative people, whether you're in art, science, or technology, we're all trying to make
Do
something
something.
new in the world. And so that's Artisan's mission has really broadened. It started certainly from the arts, but it's broadened to be a platform really dedicated to funding all types of human creativity, from art to science to technology. And the way it works is we have raised a large endowment. It's a $4.4 million endowment today. We're going to grow it to a $6 million endowment in the next 27 days. By the end of the year,
Wow.
we're going to grow it to $10 million. And
Wow,
this endowment,
congratulations.
thank you so much, Peter. This endowment is used to invest in projects on our platform. But in order to get that money, creators need to first get curated. So our community looks at all the projects that get submitted and we all vote. And there's a lot of thought and nuance into who gets to vote and how many votes you can cast to try to give everyone a voice, but not have all voices be equally loud. We want people that have shown good judgment or have proven that they've added value to our community to have a louder voice. And after that curation process, the best projects are the ones that compete for the money that we have in the endowment. And the way they compete is they go to their own fans, their supporters, their backers, their community, and they raise money for their project, just like you'd raise money for a Kickstarter campaign. So like very much classic crowdfunding, with the key difference being that every dollar you raise from a fan, you get a dollar from Artizen. At least we have a lot of different mechanisms to decide how much money you get when you raise money, but the basic foundation is the same. You raise money from your fans, you get money from us, and that's Artizen.
Yeah, thank you, René. Thank you for explaining. I'm very, very happy to see you're eager to conquer even more things to the Artizen Fund. So yeah, I hope the community as well see your energetic feelings about the future, and stay tuned to the other creations that we might have been building inside of our community. So
Love
if
it.
you want to, you can share your screen, talk about like more Artizen, and then we go presenting the judges and have our first demo of the day.
Okay, great. Well, I've got my screen share going. You have to bring it up. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the Artizen website. And since we're doing this for the Venture Miner Fund, let's talk about it. So this is one way that you sort of enter the Artizen world, is through these community funds. Anyone can launch a community fund to support the type of creators that you love, to support the creators in your community. So these can be geographically bound, like we have a lot of funds that are supporting creators in specific areas, like this one is for people in Accra. But a lot of them are not geographic bound. They're bound by a specific type of creativity, for example, vibe coding. So this is our biggest community fund, and you submit your project to it. We're accepting submissions for season 6 right now. There's 38 projects that have been submitted so far. We vote, and then the top ones go on to compete. And so we're in season 5 competition right now. So these are the projects that are competing. There's 5 really amazing projects that are all leveraging vibe coding. So if you are one of these projects, congratulations. If you submitted to season 6, keep getting those votes to make sure you get curated. The other thing that I want to talk about is the endowment. So we're different in a lot of ways. So one of the ways is that this endowment is something that anyone can put money into. And when you put money into the endowment, what you're actually doing is you're buying art tokens. So if you buy art tokens, you become an owner in the endowment. And what does that mean? Why would you want to have an ownership stake in the endowment? Well, one of the things that we do is whenever we put money into a project, what we're actually doing is we're buying artifacts from that project. And so artifacts are these unique works of art that try to capture the big idea behind the project, try to capture the spark of inspiration. And under the hood, these are open edition NFTs. They're digital collectibles. And the bet, we have yet to see if this works, but the bet is that the projects that change the world in some meaningful way, the artifacts associated with those projects will appreciate in value in proportion to that real world impact. So we've invested $2.7 million in these artifacts over the last couple of years. We have yet to see if this theory proves out, but we think history says it will. We've seen this play out, over hundreds and thousands of years, as there's, actual cultural artifacts from significant moments in time, like Da Vinci's manuscripts are, worth millions of dollars at auction. So there's all these sort of cultural artifacts from things that have proven to be important milestones in the evolution of human creativity that have already shown us that these things can be worth a tremendous amount of money. And what we're trying to do is just switch the order, where when a project is in its gestational phase, when it's just an idea or an early stage of development, creators can invent these artifacts, and people can put money into a project, and the handful of projects that do end up changing the world, hopefully there'll be enough mimetic value stored up into these artifacts to trade up once it's become obvious that a given project has actually changed the world in some meaningful way. So yeah, that's the endowment. So if you want to bet on a specific project, then you should put money into that project and buy artifacts from it. If you want to bet on a particular segment of human creativity, you should put money into one of these community funds. And if you want to bet on the whole basket, if you want to sort of put money into something that's kind of like an index fund for innovation, then you should put money into the endowment. And just to put a bow on it, I've got $100,000 I'm going to be putting into the endowment between now and Sunday. I'm going to match every dollar that gets put in, and I'm going to contribute my own money into the endowment. So if you're thinking about giving, this is a time to double your impact, to make the endowment grow twice as fast as it would ordinarily, because again, I'll be matching every contribution. And that's Artizen. I'll hand it back to you.
Yeah, wow. Thank you very much, Rene. If you can, please share these links into our chat. If you have a difficulty, try to send this into the main chat. You can send it to me on Telegram, so I can post for everyone to access these parts. And also, it's a very good idea to have different kinds of process to support the fund. So we can found like a group of ideas, or I can support the idea per se, right? Only one idea. So this is a very, very clever way to have everyone happy into every end. Saying about happy people, Augusto is here as well, our other intern. Let's see that everything came up right on your side. Thank you for coming. And okay, with that said, I guess we should introduce our judges for this time slot. We will host 3 time slots with 7 pitches today. So I will make them up into the stage area. Welcome Jamil, Jatin, Dustin. I don't know if Darna is there, and Ola Jamin. If you guys are there, please. I don't know if you have like microphone or camera on, but I will introduce and ask yourselves about some comments about yourselves and an idea about what you're expecting into the event for today. And then we'll come to an end of the presentation about the judges to go into our first speech of the day. Okay, who wants to go first?
I'm happy to go first.
Okay, thank you.
Nice to meet everyone. My name is Dustin. I've been building in AI for the last 5 years. I spent the last year at a foundation robot model company called Skilled AI, and then before that, I spent almost 4 years at an enterprise AI company called Cohere, where I got to see it from pre-revenue to over 100 million plus in ARR. So excited to see the ideas. These days, I'm actually building a company myself with a couple of friends from Cohere, and it's very early days. So excited to see all the ideas.
Yeah. Thank you, Dustin, for being here. And if I'm seeing right, this is Chopin. On your backside, you're like a musician as well. So we can see that.
Talking about the books, yeah.
Yeah.
The last couple of weeks, I haven't had as much time to play that thing, but it does live there in my house. Yeah.
I heard that the coders are like a musician that didn't work to be in a band because of the construction and ideas and harmonics. So I'm a musician as well. I play the guitar, so happy to see you, man. Thank you for coming. Jatinder, want to go next?
Yeah, awesome. Jatinder here. My background is in SaaS and in cybersecurity. I currently head cybersecurity for Informatica. In terms of my other experiences, I'm on the advisory board of, I think currently probably around five different startups, and that's where my interest and focus is these days, to work closely with startups in an advisory mode before maybe I take another plunge at starting something myself. I did take a plunge in 2010. Great experience, but I walked out of it a couple of years later, and since then I've been working in the cybersecurity world.
Okay, Jatinder, it's your first time coming here as in the judge for demo day, right?
It is my first time here, and I'm based out of Boston.
What's your expectation for the event, or how are you feeling about it?
I mean, as you mentioned, it's my first time here. Looking forward to hear some exciting ideas, and hopefully not the typical startup ideas that I've been exposed to earlier. I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, thank you, Jatinder. So following up next, we have Jamil.
Yeah, hey, I'm Jamil. I work as a software engineer at Pinterest on our growth team. So, trying to grow the number of users and the revenues associated with those users. I haven't done one of these pitch competitions since I was a student, so I'm super excited to see how these are run now and just see all the pitches and really understand what sort of ideas are going into it.
Yeah, thank you for coming, Jamil. I'm not sure, but your first time here as well, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so happy to see you guys coming first. Dustin is your first time as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Me as well, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
so thank you guys. And Ola Jimbing, I'm sure it's your first time here as well. So thank you for coming and say something about yourself or expectation for the event today, please.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. Can you guys hear me? My mic.
Yeah.
Yes, my name is Ola. I'm a software engineer at LiveRamp, and I'm currently the CTO of Kalo. It's like an AI company in the fintech space. Yeah, so I'm really excited to see. I think what really interests me is I like to see like realistic cases of how we can actually use AI for an application that gets into production, not just something that is idealistic. So I think that is what I'm really excited to see in this platform.
Okay, thank you for being here. And last but not least, Darna, which has a brick wall behind her. I hope everything's okay on your side.
Yeah, hey everyone. So I'm Dharna. I work as a software engineer in Millennium Management, which is a hedge fund based out of Miami right now. I'm in the Gen A team there, and before that, I was doing my master's at Columbia University, and my specialization was machine learning. I worked on a few natural language processing projects during my time there, and it's my first time judging this year as well. So I'm really excited to see all the ideas. That's it.
Oh, thank you. I had a feeling that I already saw you in some Venture Minder judging panel. Maybe it was like on person situation.
Yeah.
Okay, so you knew Atheos, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Happy to see that people that are coming into the on person are eager to have our online events as well. So thank you, Lerna, for coming, and thank you all the judges. I move all of you to the backstage area now to introduce our first feature. Hene, I'm sorry, I move you down to the backstage area as well. And our first star of the day is Shay. Thank you for coming, Shay. Happy to see you here. You are muted. If you want to say something about yourself, present your idea, and then you can deliver your pitch for today.
Of course. Hi, everyone. My name is Shay. Peter and Augusto know me from my last pitch. I presented my nonprofit, but today I'm actually here to present a new venture. So I am, where is my share screen button? Right there. And then, so I'm here to present a company that I'm currently co-founding called Serenity Pocket. It is a fintech platform where people can, basically it's for people who are in the trading world to learn about how their mental health affects how they invest. And so when you go to serenitypocket.com, you get brought to this page, and basically you just put in your email and then you get sent a link to sign in. And so let's see if I can change pages.
Okay, so you can start your pitch, and then we'll come up with the judging panel Q&A, okay?
Yes.
Thank you, Shay.
Share screen. Let's just share a different screen. And then, okay, so then you get brought to the main page, which is, as soon as it shares. Okay, yeah, and so here's the main page. And so here you can learn about, like, you do breathing exercises and meditation before, like, you invest. Just think about how your investing may affect your overall, how your mental health might affect your overall investing. You can do emotion tracking for, like, before you invest, during your investing, and after you invest, to look at how your mental state impacted how your investment went, and, like, basically, like, so if you're joyous and, like, you're excited before you trade, and, like, then you can log that motion, and then after you trade, it can be angry if your investment went poor, and then you can also do biases training, basically to learn about your own personal biases, whether you expect your trade to go well based on like just your own personal, like whether you expect your trade to go well because of like past trades, or you expect it to go well because someone told you it would go well, or like you heard it would go well on social media, when in fact it probably might go poorly. And you can even take this quiz, or learn about biases. And then this journaling is basically more to learn about your pre and post trade mental state, and like how your overall mental health and mental state affected like your overall investing period. And so yeah, and then it's all tokenized and it's all gamified. And so you also get like progress tracking, and you get like reward like tokens. You get reward like why can't I talk? You get achievements. There we go. You get like achievements for certain things. I don't know why none of these are showing up. That's weird. But there's like certain achievements for like streaks and whatnot. Yeah, and so I just finished vibe coding this on Monday, and so yeah, people can go to serenitypocket.com and test it out now.
Okay, then that was a fast speech. Yeah, so you can give the link so I can share into the comment
Yes.
area for YouTube.
Where do I give you? Do I message you the link?
Yeah, I will let the judges back here. Oh, oops, not Augusto. Yeah, shit. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so I will share with you all so you can test it out in your home. I'm also sharing into our private chat so the judges can also test. For the judges that want to comment before testing, you can chat your questions now, and the others one can have time testing the application. Yeah.
Sorry, Peter, I missed that. Did you want us to thread our questions in the studio chat, or just
No, you
can
speak up. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, maybe I can go first, Shay. I love the ethos behind the idea, and I think there's a lot of fast investing apps and attention grabbing investing platforms these days that can lead you down mental rabbit holes if things don't go well. And there's a lot of investment tools being provided to retail investors that I think are maybe a little bit out of the depth of retail investors. I'd be curious to hear how you imagine this product at its like maximally successful, like 1000x scale shape. Are people using this every day before and after they do make investments? What are you going to do with all of this data that you collect? What's the end vision?
Yeah, so I really see this. So in terms of like data collection, I really see people using this app on a daily, like maybe this is for people who like maybe trade like once a week, as well as people who trade like on a daily basis as part of their job. And so for people who trade like once a week, they can like obviously do this before they trade and after they trade, just like maybe double check that like their overall mental health is not affecting how they invest. And then in terms of the traders, I think in terms of the traders, this would be more for the businesses, for the B2B side, for the businesses to basically invest in us, to basically require all their traders to basically partake in this type of stuff in order to make sure that their business is not being hindered financially by the mental health state of their traders. And so I really see this being a primarily B2B, but also B2C, and the people who like do like a trade a week type thing. Yeah.
I mean, I had a follow-up question, but I guess you answered that. The way I saw the portal initially was that it looked uh, like a retail-driven one, but then you've explained that you do have the vision to convert this into a B2B one too. But then in terms of the problem, validation, I mean, have you done anything to validate the problem statement uh, and the core value proposition of the solution?
Yeah, so I'm in a few Discord channels for vibe coding, and I presented this is like version 2 of the MVP. Initially, the MVP also included financial literacy education and education on exchange traded funds, as well as the mental health stuff. And so a few people within the financial world said that there was really two markets with the old version. One was the investing world versus using the mental health stuff, which is obviously the route I went, and then one was the other side, which I decided to push away. And so I think, given the few comments I've gotten so far, that's really the market I saw would be much larger going this route than the other route. And now I really need some more market validation through user reviews and user comments. Yeah.
And any plans to integrate this with uh, with any sort of trading solution? Because for a trader, as part of their normal day, logging into your application, leaving their dashboard would be seconds or minutes lost.
Yeah. I get that. And so that's something that I don't know. So as someone who's outside of the trading world, I don't know much about the whole integration side within the trading platforms. I think that would definitely be a conversation with the businesses I'd want to be selling my platform to. And as to like how we could integrate this into the platform, maybe like a pop up before they trade or something. That also take time away from their trade. And so it's currently a question I've thought about a lot, and someone wanted to think about a lot. And I also have a co-founder, and so we talk about this as well.
Got it.
Hey Shay, I had a couple of questions.
Of course.
First of all, you said you coded this up in like the last week or so. Super slick, so that's really great to see. I'd be curious just to hear a little bit more about where the idea came from and just the like whole sort of process you went through to come up with this idea. And then also, I was wondering if there's any plans to do like pattern detection or correlation detection to say like if someone is feeling a certain emotion, their trade is more likely to perform poorly or anything along those lines.
Yeah. So in terms of like the ideation for this, I was initially helping this girl out with her idea. She has this idea of like basically helping people in the Gen Zs and millennials do pay over time investing, which is an interesting idea. And so along the way, I had a conversation with Perplexity about other things in the financial world that people in their 20s and 30s struggle with, and it brought up the idea of like mental health and how they affect their finances, and that's kind of where the idea really started. And then along the way, one of my buddies gave me the idea of the ETFs, and it's kind of where that came from, and yeah, it's kind of like evolved along the way. And then my conversations with the people in the financial world recently made into this new version, this new evolution. Yeah. And then in terms of your second question, I love the idea. I just don't know much about how to code that myself, and so that will definitely require some funding and some hiring of a developer.
Cool. Thanks.
No problem.
Yeah, I think the only question for me was like, let's say you got funding in the future. So is this going to be more like a standalone app, or are you going to integrate it into like a trading platform, or what's like the
Yeah, and so I think that backpacks onto a question a couple people ago, where like I really like the idea of having it attached to trading platforms, given that like any second like taking time away from trading is going to detract away from monetary value gained while you're trading. And so I see it both. And so in terms of like the B2C side, it's definitely going to be probably just a standalone thing. But in terms of B2B, it's probably going to be integration into the platforms that the traders are working in.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Thanks.
No problem.
And your whole value proposition, is this based on some sort of a proprietary methodology, or are you in partnership with any uh, psychological expert or something like that, or is this
So
completely on your own?
yeah, so to be honest, this is just in my conversations with Perplexity about learning about what other what other struggles people in their 20s and 30s deal with in the financial world. Just because at the time I was trying to help someone out, and so and this also makes sense because of my own personal financial struggles, and so it while I don't have anyone in the psychological world to talk to about this specifically. Currently, I could see this as a future growth thing to include the psychological side, like bringing someone in with psychological knowledge, mostly to backpack on the education on the mental health side of this. Yeah.
Got it.
I guess we had all. Darna, did you spoke, Shay?
Yeah, I don't have any questions, but I really like the idea of like merging emotions with trading because I work in a hedge fund, so I really know like how important emotions are and like how panic sales or panic buys can like affect the entire portfolio. So yeah, I really like the idea, but no more questions. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Shay, I would like to make a question for you, like super onto the time. As we have Rene here, and he's like with some ideas about investing in projects like pointed projects. Do you like to present for him the Save by the Plate? We would have time for it, but I don't know if you want to, or I don't know if you have time for it. And
Yeah,
I'm just thinking, I'm just thinking as Renee's here, maybe it's a good idea for him to see like an inside of the community big project that we had cooked here. And I like so much that project. I would feel great if he had a look on it. And Hende, it's okay for you?
Yeah, love to.
Yeah, of course. I can definitely present that too. Let me. So, as I mentioned beforehand, I also started my own nonprofit. It's called Saved by the Plate. It is a share screen. It is an ed tech that is going to be working with schools to provide after-school programs, educating kids about community gardens, teaching kids about like how to grow their own food, food justice, food sovereignty. Currently based in New York City, where I'm based, and then long term, I want to expand into other cities because food justice is not just a New York City issue. And so the website for this is savedbytheplate.org. And so I'll also type that in the chat once I'm done talking. And so on the website, you can go to a local food section where you can find a map, currently just New York City based, of local food options. So community gardens, farms, farmers markets, food banks, urban farms, CSA programs, and this is also an open source map, and so people can input their own data and suggest changes to data as they see fit. So if like a farmers market changes their hours, or what the or vendors that they have there, or whatnot, and so because my own personal opinion is that data about community gardens should not be centralized. I mean, it shouldn't be owned by one entity. And so, yeah, and obviously long term, I want this to be like a nationwide map because local food needs to be a thing. We need to be sourcing our food locally. The whole idea behind this company is to be able to source your food within a mile of your home. And also within this local food, which is still in development, is the idea to plan your garden space, which is basically to use an AI garden planner. Basically, you'll be able to give it your location, your experience with gardening, what you might be interested in growing, a couple other factors, and then it spits out a customized gardening plan for you. basically what you can grow, companion planting, planting schedule, watering schedule. It even suggests like courses, articles, and videos to watch to upskill yourself. And then on the education side, it's basically just contact me to schedule the after school programming. And then in terms of like long-term growth, I could see this me working, creating like little cohorts within other cities, basically like regional leaders, to basically spread this education programming nationwide. And then of course community forums as a way to like talk about all these different topics and more. And then we're also highlighting a community garden or farm each day. So I have this cycling daily, and this is using the map as the source for where to source the gardens from. And then we also have a Discord, so people can subscribe to our platform to access the Discord and the centralized event calendar, which I haven't talked about yet, and then also use the AI garden planner. And then the last thing is just a centralized event calendar for community gardens to post about all their events they're hosting across the city. And so that's something that they've talked to me a lot about. The community gardens that I've been to here, they've really mentioned that like they really need that. And so because currently here in the city, community gardens just really talk about their events through word of mouth, through flyers, and then through their social media. Yeah, and that's kind of the whole Save by the Plate business, and it's all backed up through me going to events, social media. Yeah, and I also have a full stack developer helping me out. This is her, Hepa. She's currently a student at University of Michigan, Dearborn. Yeah, that's Save by the Plate.
Gardening stuff. I have a friend, the founder of TimeHop. If anyone remembers that, it shows you what you did like a year ago in your social media, and basically it's been adopted by all the major platforms. Really interesting guy, and he has the most detailed Google Maps personal thing I've ever seen. Like everywhere he goes, he logs where there's urban foraging opportunities, like what tree.
Oh.
And I've been really wanting to either like build that myself or find someone that has that. So I'd love to see something like that integrated into the product, where people can notate where they can, where's there a great orange tree. Maybe this is better like California or Oregon, where like stuff actually grows really well without like people having to tend to it. But at least where I live in Portland, there's all these amazing like blueberry bushes and blackberry bushes and apple trees that most of the food just goes to waste. It just falls off the tree or the bush and it rots. And I don't know. I feel like urban foraging is something that I would like to see more people get excited about, and maybe you can help with.
Yeah, no. So originally I was also going to include filters on this map for like basically like the splotches, basically what food you can grow seasonally around you. But I have since scrapped that idea because of the whole garden planner thing. It's basically going to be included because of the location aspect of the garden planner. The splotches idea doesn't really need to be included anymore. But I really like this idea because now I can re-include the splotches basically to show people, okay, you can source blueberries in this part of the Central Park, and you can in this part of California, and this part of Florida, and whatever else. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's a fun thing, and when you see someone who's into it, like Jonathan is into it, and he lives in LA now, and he has literally thousands of little pins that he's dropped on every time he goes for a walk, and he finds like a tree or a bush or or whatever, and he'll make note of it, and then he'll circle back and go foraging.
Cool.
But yeah, wonderful. Nice to meet you, Shay. Good work.
Thank you so much. Currently unfunded, so it's still in the process.
Well, you should put your project on Artizen. I just searched and I didn't see it on Artizen. Go put it on Artizen.
Yeah, so I just got the Artizen link for this, and so I was wondering, is it both for nonprofits and for-profits?
It's for everything under the incredibly broad umbrella of human creativity. Some things look like for-profit startups. Some things look like weird avant-garde art projects. Some things look like deep science. We have somebody who's building a nuclear particle accelerator in their garage in Germany. So it's like we have someone who created their own religion that's getting funding. We have someone who took stem cells and is making like sculptures from her menstrual blood. It's all over the map. So if it's something new and unusual and weird, like we want to fund it. So please support. your project, or
Cool.
like put your project on so we can support it.
Yeah, definitely will do. Thank you so much.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Shay.
Nice to meet you as well.
Oh, nice to make this contact. Shay, would it be okay if we have a panel for this as well? Okay.
Yeah.
So if any judges want to come first.
This is my first time here. I'll probably wait somebody else to go first, just to understand.
It's basically the same process as before. We're just giving feedback and questions about the second project. So yeah, you can go ahead, Jatinder. It's okay.
I'm not sure if I have a question, but I really like the idea. I live in the East Village, so there's a lot of community gardens around here. And I definitely relate to some of the things you're talking about. Like all of them have their own newsletters to sign up for, and you kind of just have to like talk to someone who happens to be there to get on it.
Right.
I think one thing I would really like to see is, they all have different sign up processes, and a lot of them have a lot of commitments. Like if you want to use that garden, you need to sign up to volunteer and like help with the maintenance, which all makes sense. But it would be great to have like a smaller commitment level available in a lot of these gardens. And so I think just having a centralized place where you can go to and see the different options for interfacing with these gardens would be really nice, instead of having to reach out to each one individually. And like the map view you showed there was really helpful to see, even when you're like searching for a new apartment or looking for really things to do. It's really nice to be able to see all of them on one map.
Right.
It's not really a question, but I really like the idea.
Yeah, I would just quickly plus one what Jamil said. I also live in New York, and I sent this to a couple of friends as you were presenting it. I didn't appreciate how many of these there were in the city, and this is definitely something that I'm going to come back to. So great job on this.
Cool. Thank you.
And the only question I had was probably more around your background as such, probably. So now you've given two demos. The first one was a commercial, and then this one's a non-profit. So what's been your biggest or unique challenge in operating a mission-driven non-profit social enterprise like this?
Yeah. So my biggest challenge has honestly been trying to find funding as a nonprofit, especially because like my capacity to apply for grants is like this big, and my grant writing experience before this is basically non-existent, and so it's basically just trying to find some source of funding, and so part of that has been also trying to finish the website, because it has a subscription platform, and so funding has been the biggest challenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your core expertise seems to be around agriculture and education, if I'm correct.
Yeah, so my background is in environmental policy and sustainability. I did my master's in environmental policy and sustainability, and so that's kind of where Saved by the Plate kind of grew from. Yeah, and then the fintech idea just kind of came out of the blue.
Yeah, I guess my own question will be: have you studied any competitor in the space, and is there something, if there is there something you're doing that they're not possibly doing? Yeah.
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question?
I said, is there like any competition in the space? Like, have you found someone doing? And if there's someone like that, is there something you're doing that they aren't? Yeah.
Yeah. So there are a couple organizations doing a little bit what I'm doing. There's a guy on Instagram that I follow who made a map of farmers markets it's a farmers markets of local farms. He has like 4 different maps that he made that for some reason are not all centralized into one map. He talks a lot about local food and getting off the global food chain. And so I need to reach out to him at some point. And what distinguishes me from him, I think, is the fact that I'm working a lot with like local community gardens, and wanted to work in a more localized space, where he's just like broadly spreading around the idea of sourcing locally between farmers. And then there's another organization here in the city called ShareShed. They are a nonprofit that is basically sharing resources among community gardens and farmers here in the city. They're more industry adjacent because they share like tools, seeds, even like labor if they need them, or trucks, basically whatever. But like future growth, they were thinking about expanding into like food. And so I have a good relationship with them, and so we've talked a lot about collaborating. And so what separates me from them is the fact that like I deal more with the food side and the education side, and they deal more with the whole farming side and the whole sharing resources side.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll say I wish you good luck in your endeavors. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey Shay, I'm not sure if you've answered this before, but like this map is for New York right now, right? Do you plan on extending this to other states as well?
Yeah. And so I really want to expand this to other cities, all cities, because food justice is not just a New York City thing.
Yeah.
I've been recommended to go to like Toronto and LA, and because those are definitely big areas where urban gardening is a big thing. And even like Detroit, it has a big urban farm thing going on there too. I've been there, and they're doing super cool stuff there too. So once I grow beyond me and my full stack developer, I definitely want to expand.
Sounds good. And like, do you have any measurable metrics, or like how are you gonna track the progress of this? Do you have any ideas in mind?
Yeah, so in terms of metrics, it's definitely going to be, part of it's going to be like social media growth, because my content is basically what's going to be driving people to the website. And then it's going to be subscribers to the website. Then it's probably just going to, and then the educational after school courses, it's going to be the number of schools I have relationships set up with, and the number of like after school programs I have. Because that's really going to be both a income driver and then also a success. Basically, the number of schools I have, the more schools I have set up, the more of a success model I have. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds fair. I really like the idea. Yeah.
Thank you.
So that was Shay, everyone. Thank you for your presentation for the both projects. I'd like to say that I'm very happy to see you here again, and hope to see you soon.
Of course. Thanks, Peter.
Thanks so much. So we're gonna change the judges panel. I would like to thank you everyone for coming here today. Thank you for the thoughts about the project of Shay had presented to us. It's very happy to see everyone that's coming for different directions on tech, and eager to see what the community are building into these days that you can speak English and then you have like an application for yourself. So thank you everyone for coming. And if you want to say your socials for everyone to watching us to follow up, it's okay. And if you want to say your goodbyes, it's okay as well. So
Hey Satish, how's it going?
yeah, I guess he forgot to move out from the staging area. He's just checking with the next judges panel, but that's fine, no problem at all. So thank you everyone. I will move you guys out to the backstaging area. Rene, you go as well there. So I will be alone for now. Just where Augusto try to contact the judges that are coming up into the next panel. Guys, thank you for watching us until now. We have been live in 1 hour, almost 1 hour. So it's very happy to have you here again. This is like the 4th or the 5th demo day that I do inside here of Interminer. There's a lot of projects that will come up, but besides of the projects, we also have the judges. And thank you to judges for coming up for the Q&A, for the questions, and also the advices for the projects that are being presented. And it's very helpful for the community to have like experts' insights and idea of what they are building. And saying about judges, I hope Augusto had everything holding up with them. So I'll move up for the next panel of judges. Might have a space for everyone here. So Augusto, is everything okay? I can come up, I can make them up into the stage area?
Yeah, you can bring them up, everything with their videos and microphones working.
Perfect. So I'm going to address. Thank you so much for being here today for our demo day with Artizen. Today we have René, who's the founder of Artizen, here with us. It's watching the whole pitching idea. And also thank you guys for coming up to the main area of watching what's been built with demo and AI. Today we have like what it is, I guess there? No, there. Yeah, we have like post MVP growth. And the idea is to talk about how these projects that are being presented can come up into the market, how they could get more traction, what their thoughts about the competitors, and what about like overview of the roadmap of the product, the future, if they are trying to bring some investors or they are trying to like have a team with them to build, and so on and so forth. But to be there, I would like to know more about you guys. So if you guys can present yourselves, say something about what you're expecting about the event, and then we can move along with this, okay? Okay then. Satish Kumar, you want to go first? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, hi, Peter. So, just a quick intro about me. Yeah, hi, I'm Satish Kumar Megnathan. You can just refer me as Satish. So, I do work as a vice president at US Bank for digital services. So, I do have expertise in mobile development, like almost like 17 plus years of experience in mobile development, and in that, like almost 10 plus years in the banking domain. Yeah, that's my main strength of it. And also in the last 4 or 5 years, I also like started exploring AI ML as well, and working on few patent works as well as some of the products for the bank development also. Yeah, that's a quick background about me. Thank you. Nice to meet
Thank
you.
you.
So, Gino, you can go ahead and present yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Nice to see you to all. Thank you for having me. My name is Dino Volpi. I am a software developer with 32 years of experience. My last 15 years, I was creating just companies, startups on using AI. And the last 5, I am building Bellatrin. That is basically a framework of autonomous agent and trying to explore the AGI. So nice to meet you and thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Yeah.
I can go next.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
My name is Prasad Sundaramurthy. I am associated with the Nordstrom Data Analytics and AI. I lead a team of like 17. We mostly work with the data pipelines, building pipelines and engineering. And of late, like we started with conversational AI, basically conversational analytics and AI. Those are the things we were trying to build in the last 6 months. I have around like 20 plus years of experience. I've been a developer, and from last 6 years, I've been into the leadership role. It's about me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Birendra, can you give us a quick?
Thank you, Augusto. Yeah. Hi, this is Birendra Kumar here. I'm a solution architect working with Tata Consultancy Services currently. And I have been doing the technical architecture, cloud architecture, microservices-based architecture, event-driven architectures. And now from the last 3 to 4 years, I have even been doing the agentic AI architecture solutions. More than the architecture, I enjoy doing the data. I like the data platform, starting from the Hadoop, then a Spark, and then the whole new lakehouse architecture based solution which is coming, like Databricks, and now Snowflake, which is the advanced data warehousing techniques and so on. And I like doing the solutioning where interoperability across these various platforms can happen. So that's my research area also. I'm writing a research paper which I'm going to publish in IEEE soon. So enabling the interoperability between the various compute and separating the storage. Plus, I'm also working how the Gen AI is reshaping the fundamentals of the data architecture. So these are my two research work which I'm doing right now.
Awesome. So you can go ahead, Peter, and present our next feature.
Yeah. So actually, next picture is myself. I was amazed by the idea of having Rene here, and I'm also a vibe coder myself. I learned with Mateus some more tools about how to make an app from an idea. And yeah, I don't have like any technical background. I'm just curious about how to make stuff work. And then the idea come up into like, because I have to do a less research job as my college needs it. I'm a animal science student into the production area, so it's like some people think that I'm almost like a physician for dogs, but that's the other way around. I work more in the orientation to know how to make animals produce more and to make products from animals. So how to make more milk and make milk more cheaper, or how to make meat and make cheaper meat. I'm just gonna say sorry because everything here is in Portuguese, which is my mother language, and also which is the language that I'm going to present to my orientator and also the other professors that I need to pitch this to pass and have my college degree. But the idea here is to answer a couple of questions. Want to help someone that it's going right now, it's leaving the college and wants to go into the real world of the production area. So he goes to deal with like data and animals and human beings at the same time, but he needs to know how it's the best idea and how he can handle this data and transform this into actions. And for doing that, he will be asked to understand the data, process the data, and also translate this data to producers. Most of producers here in Brazil, most of people that are owners of farms, doesn't have too much of understanding, or like they don't go to college. That's what I'm trying to say here. So into this direction, they need to like translate informations that are technical informations and detailed informations into something that are visible. So I am the college degree person. So if I see numbers and try to compare this with what the regular books say about the production area, I will surely understand which way I'm going. If I'm going in a good way to produce like a lot of milk, or if I'm spending a lot into medicines because I don't take care of hygienic things. And then I need to show this guy, the owner of the farm, those data into a way that he can really understand and grasp the idea of my job. So again, I'm sorry about everything here is in Portuguese, but I try to translate everything that is needed. So here is just like the CTA for the app, which is saying like advanced administration of zootechnic data, which means like animal science production. And then we have like a real demonstration about what the app can do here, and also about an API endpoint, so anyone can connect it to it. And then we have a login or a logout into the, like if I am going to the homepage, it's everything local host right now. I need to go to Vercel or other like cloud hosting, but I'm thinking Vercel right now. But yeah, so we have like sign in or login, sign in or login. I can like sign in with John Doe name here and John Doe email here, and then he asks for like a password. So I'm going to print this. So he's going to redirect me inside it. And also I have like some demo accounts here, so anyone can use if has like the app. This is already into the GitHub. So if you want to like try it out, it's in my repo. It's public for anyone to use it, or if you want to like try to make an adjustment if you didn't like so much about the dark and white feature. This is one that I advocate for. I'm very fan of the dark and white feature. But here's the main idea. I have like data upload, so the person can come here and add like a CSV data with like informations about his farm. I also have like a generic data generator, so I can try to make they will upload the CSV for me. I can use it, and then he's going to give me like some data generically, randomly generated, and I can like press this is analyze data, so I can analyze it, and then I will come to the other part of the application, which will be the data understand like how to understand the data that was in the CSV. Most of the producers, the farm owners right now, they will have like a pen and pencil, like pen and pencil, and with name of the cow and also which breed is it and how old is he, or how much kilograms, or when it was bought, or if it was born inside his own farm. So these all data are important so we can understand better the production. So I have a lot of graphics here, which makes easier for the interpretation of the information that are inside the farm. I'm not going to translate everything here, but this is like information from the CSV, right, file. I have all of these interpretations, so I can understand better. Like this is calling weight after the animal has gone from milk, and its actual weight from the animal. So we try to make a relation between those two datas. And there's a graphic. I can understand if I'm going to make more nutritious food into the older stage of the animal, or if I'm going to low earlier stages. So these are like one of the answers for the questions. The second question that I wanted to answer is like, how can I make easier for someone to calculate stuff that are only connected to agro, connected to animal production? So this does the same idea here. I have a lot of calculators here. And how can I know if this is like relatable? How can I know if this is real data that is being transformed here? Here in Brazil, we have something called Embrapa, which is an instrument from the government that gives us guides, which is good numbers and bad numbers from our production farm, and it goes like into the direction that if you follow the good numbers from Mbapa, you are going to good production matters, and if you're not, then you need to get like someone to help you to get there. Okay. So there's a lot of calculators here. You can do a lot of things relate to calculations. And also, the last question that I wanted to answer is, how can I make like easier to find like articles, scientific articles about stuff that I'm searching into the farm. So if I'm come here, I'm sorry, I don't know. So yeah, if I come here and like just type some wording here, I will have like an article with the same idea that I had. Like, so I did like milk and lamb, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So all the articles here are about these two ideas that I put here. And if I like this article, I can save it here. So it will be saved here also. Yeah, here, comparative lipdome study of, which is just the article that I saved, comparative lipdome study. So yeah, those are the questions that I need to answer. Also, I have this UI UX feature that I like. I find like cool to have dark and white mode. I'm advocate for it. This is right now, I don't know if this is like sensitive information, but I feel like this is a good improvement. I'm not like technical, I'm not a developer, but I had to connect this into a WS, so anyone can use the data that I'm having here. And the idea is at the end of the application, when I have the feeling that it's already okay, it's 100%, because I have a few things that I need to twist here into the article part, because if I try to search things in Portuguese, it gives me some English answers, but I need to address that later. But before that, I'm trying to make this object to people that are just leaving the college of the animal science production here, and just want to make easier to understand some data that they are collecting and how they can show to the farm owner this into a more understandable and easier way. Because this for me, that I am like aware of all the informations needed to interpret this kind of data, it's okay for me to look at this and come up with an idea to take action. But most of the people that owns the farm and stuff like that, they doesn't have this whole technical information. So if I can show them like images of what I'm speaking, and then I have like an history, if I can compare month by month, and then semester by semester, and then year by year, and saying, oh, see, was when I wasn't working for you, and this is how your farm are right now, and let's compare how your numbers are into the production, and how are you selling, and what you're buying. And also you can like have a diagnostic of an AI, which will say like if a number is okay or if it's a bad number, so we can see like, oh, I need to address this thing now. What should I be do to address that? It's up to me as an animal science, like not with knowledge about that, and to try to translate this into action. Like I need to improve the density of the dietary, or I need to make more animals per unit of the area. So I have ideas to address this problem, and the AI is trying to help me with that. And also can print it into a PDF, so I can send it to the farm owner who hired me. And yeah, I guess that's it. There's a lot of things that are happening here. This is a very huge like application for me right now. I'm doing everything with windsurf. I'm using the Pro plan with mostly I'm using Cloud 4, I guess. Where is the I guess it's L. I don't know what it is. Okay, so I'm doing Cloud Sonnet part 4.5 most of the time. I need to use Opus one time, but it's like 10 times the credits that I have right now, so it's very expensive to have Opus. But I need to make the reference part more understandable and trustful, because it was giving me like non-existing articles. It was just lying to my face, just saying that, oh, this is what you're seeing. But yeah, I need to go to more strong AI version. And this is all constructed with Windsurf, and also I use pre.dev, which helps with architecture, and it helped me build the Prisma. I don't know how this works actually, like detailistically, but I know this is important for the understanding of the product inside the construction for being very well architecture, right? So I have all of those stuffs that I'm not really aware of. They are. I'm just a technical novice. You know, I just know a little bit of JS, JavaScript, but those are like main things that can make like ideas, because this is just one idea once upon a time, and then this is just like something clickable and then relatable. And also, if I don't know, make this if I see this as a product, maybe I can sell it to newcomers into the production area. So there's that. And just to finish, I'm really truly sorry about everything is being Portuguese here. I would like to have this English so you guys understand better what she's been saying and done. But if you want to, you can have, I can do like a repo. I can do like a branch into the repo, which you can have the English version. So I can have a branch here. And then later, if you guys want to, you can try it out. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you guys for paying attention. I would also like to thank you, Augusto, for bringing up the idea for me to pitch today, because I wasn't sure about it, but he said, "Oh, you speak good English, you should go." And okay, I will try it. I try my best. So I'm sorry about my English. I'm not like American speaker. I'm Brazilian, but I tried my best. So I hope you guys understand the idea and the project as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pedro. So we'll bring you guys up to the stage so we can all ask questions to Peter about his project. Who wants to go first? Okay, Gino, go ahead.
Yeah. Thanks, Peter, for your presentation. Just asking, what about to transform this more than a web app to, I don't know, generative chat interface, maybe, or multi-channel like WhatsApp? Because as I understand, you are getting data and you transform the data in the middle as user requests, right? So, what are you thinking about it?
Yeah, here in Brazil, the most technological thing that a farmer can have right now, it's a CSV file with the information about the farm. So we are very distant for technological applications inside farms. And people would have very difficulty time trying to understand or try to follow up with technological things. So I'm thinking about the user that will see this and relate it to it, because I also have a lot of preconception about technological things and newcomers, oh, I've been doing this my whole life. You just been here and you're saying that because you studied, and real life doesn't have anything to do with what you see in college. So I need to be more kind with my wording to these people. So if I'm being too like alien technological and this is an application to install in your smartphone, maybe they will just be scared and doesn't relate to it. And also the people for college, so my colleagues, they don't have like technical abilities and they aren't like me, that I like to code. You see, I really I really had a good time the first time that I had my Hello World. And for my colleagues doesn't even know about this kind of stuff. So I need to think about the other part of the situation as well, which is the one that it's between the farm and the college. And to make this connection, I thought about a web application, because they could open into their smartphone, but mostly of them works with a notebook. So they can open up in the notebook and they can have this application running, even though they doesn't have like network connection. I have also a JSON that is saving the information that's been stored here, so they doesn't need to be like connected to the network to make this work. I felt like here in Brazil, networking connection, it doesn't be like, if you are far from São Paulo or Rio de Janeiro, maybe like those big capitals, your connection won't be so great. So I had the idea that make this app accessible even though you're not connected into internet.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Gina.
Oh, Prasad, do you want to go?
Yeah, Peter, thank you for giving the demo. It's very impressive, and thank you for giving the perspective what's happening in your part of the world, which is basically like, it's good to align that you want to kind of make your product pitch to the farmers. I have one question though. For you to get the data, like, have you had a conversation with all the farmers to pull up this data? How did you procure this data?
Okay, so the main idea here is to try to understand the mostly common data used inside farms, and the app which it will say to it to the user what the data they are expecting to be inserted into it, like this is year, this is breed, this is age, this is trimester or period of time, this is gender, like sex, and other like weight and other like more animal science data that are connected to it. So the app itself will say like, I would like to see this so I can help to understand what is going on inside your farm. But I also use it like an AI kind of helper inside of it. So if the user doesn't say like ear in exactly this way, like if he tried to say misspell it or something like that, it will going to be corrected and then interpreted in the correct way. So I have a belief that if typos happen, it will not prevent people to get the understanding of the a presentation of the production they are having inside the farm.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for explaining that. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your question.
May I go next?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'd like to repeat that question and a follow-up question, Peter. So how does the data get synced, basically? Because here you are uploading the data. So do you manually collect the data and then you upload the data?
Okay.
That is how it works?
Yeah. Most of the farmers will manually collect the data with pen and paper. They actually will write the data into their hands because they are like the cultural behaviorism inside the farms, especially in Brazil. I don't know how this works outside Brazil, but they think like the only thing that works is pen and paper, and they are a little skeptic about like technological stuff. So if I have like a good farmer, I'm pretty sure that he'll have like a book with a lot of information about his farms, and he is the one that is there collecting it. So I might need to have like picture. So a feature that takes a picture of a notebook and try to read it to then translate this into a CSV or an Excel file. But for the mainly user, which are the men who just got out the college, he will need to work around it. He will need to collect this notebook with notations and informations about the farm, and then translate it into a CSV file. He will need to type this out, which I think it's going to be like pain in the ass job, but I don't have an idea to come around it at the moment. But yeah, would be great if I have like a way to have a picture of this of those notes and then translate this into a way that can be interpretable for this system.
Okay, I think that's the disconnected piece, because someone is writing it on the paper, then I don't know how you are going and collecting it. Might be manually going and collecting and then doing a data entry and then inserting it. So that's a piece which I think is right now not solved. Taking the pictures and doing it through the OCR and whatever, I think you can do that. But I think Gino talked about it in the beginning. You can think about some of the different interfaces. Maybe I am pointing toward the voice interfaces. So you can bring a voice interface and where they can tell their numbers. Okay, this much milk is produced by this animal and so on in this particular field and so on. So that can be captured, and later you can do whatever the data engineering part to format the data into your CSV thing. That's one piece. The second piece is, what is the ROI, Peter? How you're gonna make money from this?
Yeah, this wasn't my first go. Actually, I can't say that I'm seeing money coming through this application. I'm just seeing my college degree coming, just to be honest.
Okay.
But if I was putting this into market, I was going to do like renew monthly because I could add features into the application, and then I could help more the statistical things and also the historical analytic that are coming through this app. So the user can show to the farm owner, and also I can talk directly to the user which problems they are having, and have like a forum. Maybe the users can talk to each other to see if they are seeing like improvements for this kind of, because as Brazil is a continental country, we have different environments needed. Like some places are hotter and some places are colder, and then we need to be aware of those differences when we are trying to make like a dietary, a nutritious food that I will serve to the animal. Like if I do this up north into Brazil, I will do this way, and if I do this south, I'll do this other way.
Okay. So you can create a subscription and a product e-commerce for the animals, for the users who can make the money, and then you can take a cut on that. Okay, good job. I think you have done a vibe coding, which is great to know. And yeah, I wish you all the best, Peter.
Yeah, thank about just to make sure about the vibe coding, because I know a lot of people have like security problems. I was very specific about the .env file and the gitignore, so I won't have any of my API keys being like disposed as I was like saying my name to anyone. And also, I'm very concerned about like scalability of applications that are vibe coded. So I'm very focused on fixing stuff like one thing per time, not making like please fix all my code at once. I don't feel like this solves any of problems that could have into my application. I really try to test it out to be like a Q&A for myself, and to make things go bad. And okay, this is going bad. I need to understand why, and then after I will ask for the AI to make the code and correct it. But I like to be explained what is going on inside the application, and what is going like why this is not giving me the answer that I wanted. Because as I said into the reference, the article part, if I do Portuguese Portuguese like stuff, it gives me English answer, right? So this is not working quite as it's supposed to be, and I need to improve this. But I need first to understand why this is giving me English answers, and then I do okay. I have like an idea to overcome the situation. You just need to like make the coding part.
Yeah. I think solution which you have built, it is not just about the coding part in the vibe. You have a lot of data entry, data standardization, and also the search capability and semantic search capabilities to be handled with multilingual, like English and the other languages, Portuguese language. So there are a lot of stuff. I think I'll not take much time, but if you need, you can consultation on how you can go forward in the future on this idea. Maybe you can reach out to Augusto, and we can have a maybe mentoring session for you on that.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm sure we'll be looking forward. Thank you.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
Okay, so Satish, you can go.
Yeah, sure, Augusto. Yeah, thank you. Oh, hi, Peter. Yeah, it was a very nice demo, Peter, and also the UI and everything, right? Looks really great. It looks so simple, and also, right, it's very easy to understand. Like when you're navigating through the things, even though we don't understand the language, but at least the layout or the color design is looking very simple. I think when you are coming up with something for like a farmer, or like based on like people who does not have that much of technical knowledge, so the navigation and the things what they are going to do day-to-day basis with your application has to be very simple, and it needs to be very easily aligned on the layout. That also looks really good. But the only thing is when even others were touch basing on this question about the offline thing. So you mentioned that offline, like you have something like which is going to have it in a JSON format. But the thing is, when you're in an offline, right, even this web page is not going to load for the user actually. Because if you don't have a connectivity, since you mentioned that as of now it's hosted in a local host, but later point of time, it might be served from a server, right? So when they try to access the site, if they are offline, the initial page itself or your web app is not going to load actually. So in that case, then your application having a offline feature may not be able to accessible also, right? Or else they have to load the first page when they have internet, and then they can go to a unreachable area. So that is one thing that you may need to think of, Peter. But also, like, there are other options as well, like if you would have seen the weather app on the Google phone or something, right? You would have seen like it is like kind of an HTML app, which is bundled, and they call it as a web app, I think so. I'm not sure about the exact name. That's what I was just trying to check. So it's like everything, all your HTML, CSS will be bundled, and it will be just created as one shortcut, which you can actually like everything is available offline. So you can try to explore if you can build such a app for the phones as well. In that case, right, then it actually by default has some offline capabilities as well. So you can explore that in case if your application is going to be used by some remote users, like who has very limited connectivity. Yeah.
Yeah, I will look into it. I forgot to thought about this because I was really thinking about the user, like the main user, go to GitHub and download the application, or I maybe share like the the WinRAR file. But as soon as I go like Vercel or like cloud stuff, they won't be like able to connect it into like some distant areas. So yeah, I need to look this better to make more easier for everyone to access it.
Exit. Oh, okay. Okay. So your idea is like you host your code or your solution in a GitHub, and people has to deploy in their environment and then start using it for their phone.
Yeah, it could be like that. Actually, I was thinking more about sharing the WinRAR file with the code base. As if I like I come here and then go code and download this, right? So
Okay.
I was feeling like, oh, you want to use it? Okay, I can share this through your email, and then it has like a README file. You should just follow the steps within a connective area. You will need connection to download the dependencies, right? And then you can use whenever you are. But yeah, this might be not the best idea to use it.
Yeah, no, it's kind of maybe you can think of like where you have a platform where people can subscribe and then go and okay, create a form for it, have a username, password, then they try to manage the form. So it's like one platform where multiple forms will be listed, but there is a security in place where they
Yeah.
can log in and log out. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I need
it's
to think about it.
a very good idea, Peter. Actually, yeah. Overall, I liked it. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much for your thoughts about it. I really look into this offline connection and how to use better within areas that are not like network connective. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Do you mind if I ask you a question as well, Peter? Because it happens, just to give you guys quick background, that I think Venture Miner is poaching all the agricultural workers from the business to his business, because I also have a agricultural background. So I have a master's in crop protection, and during my years in college and in my postgrad um, routines, I actually talked with a lot of farmers and producers. So there are a lot of technical and technological people producing food for us, and there are small farmers, family farmers, and both of them can be beneficial, can see beneficial usage in his app, being with connections to other gadgets that they use. Their tractors, they have GPSs, and they collect data of everything. If you go in a modern farm, they collect data on your weight, on your on how much hair do you have. They can do that if they want. And if you have like a small family farm, they can maybe take a picture of a handwritten spreadsheet and upload it, and then maybe an AI algorithm will make it into a CSV file. And I see a lot of potential, and I really do like this project of him.
Yeah, thanks so much, Augusto. I have the feeling that small farmers would be beneficial with it. Thinking about like the user experience, I was thinking about to add some colors into this card, so they can be like more color to attention, so people will want to click on it and see what is inside, because those are also too white. So I cannot see which is a clickable thing and which aren't. So I'm making an adjustment about this as like the live streams end, and I will also be chatting with the AI some options about the offline usage of the application, and then I need to call it out the reference and stuff. This is like more study oriented, right? This is more like a IU vibe code than me. I'm not like some I might not be a fan of articles. I just read like technical articles. I don't read too much like articles for my college, but this might be getting like a problem if I doesn't have a way to address this as a Portuguese stuff, and then have this to call out a Portuguese article as well. This can be translated. I know my wife told me that I can like translate this into this version of the website. I don't like this idea too much because I don't know if everyone has a browser that can translate the content that is being shown. But besides that, I really need to address this usage. So this needs to be more clear that those things are clickable and those things are just to understand how to use the app. And this is just like history about that. You see, I have a four article saved here and also four here. So this will show like a history about my usage. And as you can see, I have like an admin user. I will log out just to be clear, because if I do like this other user insert, so this one, I will have zero. No, I don't have articles saved because this user didn't save any articles. So it shows an error. I will deal with this later. But yeah, I have like different informations for different users, which I feel like it's a good idea to have about security. And I added yesterday the forgot password area, so they can retrieve the password if they want to. This will go into a link, but it doesn't send anything to the email at the moment. But it does give you like this redefinition link if it sees like your email into the database. So it kind of work, not so good, but okay, I guess. Yeah, thank you, Augusto.
Thank you, Pedro. Yeah.
Can I just give one advice in between advice and
sure.
Just to because of my first question, I think that your system is the primary use case for implement generative artificial intelligence, because you have the data, you can put a layer right with generative artificial intelligence who is capable to do for you the translation, the colloquial conversation with the farmers, maybe, because you have to understand as well that maybe the farmers are, or the producer are mostly not sorry, I don't want to be pejorative, right? But
no,
not
that's fine.
could be not well prepared, right, in terms of knowledge, educations, right? And a paper could be a little bit dense in terms of terminology and terms, right? It's for normally it's for other researcher. I don't understand really why we do research, but whatever, right? It's like it's for other researchers, I think. For a common human being, it's quite difficult to understand if you don't do a summarize or maybe a colloquial conversation to understand what is the end up of that specific research. So saying that, that is your call, right? But this could be connected with the other point I was mentioning about the channels. And since you have farmers and also producer, you can connect directly to your generative artificial intelligence model with different channels, like an SMS, and you can talk via SMS, right, in short, and you can talk via WhatsApp. So, and I know that all the producer, Brazil is one of the biggest consumer of WhatsApp, right? So
Yeah.
you have a lot of functionality over there in terms of payment and so on. I don't know how's the coverage in terms of for their not city places, right? In terms of connection, but who never know, right? But I mean that with that, maybe you will be saving time to build a technology that maybe the farmer will not use, like an application, like a web app, like a website, because they don't have the tool, right? But for sure, I am sure that they have phone and they have
Yeah.
WhatsApp. That is one thing that I am fully sure. And that maybe you are opening a new channel for your application that is fully in and you are connected with a huge market, right? That is my point. So yeah, just to finish my idea about the question was trying to look for that in your idea, trying to put at least a seed in your idea.
Oh yeah, I can understand what you're saying. I think a way to make this connection within that WhatsApp and make this like a generative AI point of view, but I don't understand so much about these terms. So
I can help you if you need help. Just please ping me and I can teach you how you can make it. So no problem. It's quite
oh,
easy.
okay, okay, thank you. Yeah, it would be grateful. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
sure,
that.
sure.
And now we're starting a schedule for Peter's mentorship. Yeah, that's great.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank
I'm
you guys
just I'm happy.
for judging Pedro's app, Pedro's work, Pedro's project. I'm pretty much almost sure that he will submit it to the Artizen Fund to get funding and maybe apply all this great feedbacks. Yeah.
Perfect.
So, guys, we had two presenters for this slot, and unfortunately, they didn't appear. They didn't show up. So to not let you guys disappointed on that, I also have a pet project. It's not quite like Pedro's. It's a little bit simpler. But first, I would like Avinash to present himself. He got here. We kind of took too long to push him up to the stage, and he actually missed Pedro's talk. So please just give us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, Augusto, thank you. I would say last but not the least. So hello, everyone. Myself, Avinash. I'm a cloud DevOps engineer. I work for the bank UBS. And but I joined a bit late, as Augusto mentioned, but I did hear the judges' comments and everything, and I was convinced that Pedro, I mean, a very wonderful app, very user friendly. Of course, I wish you all the best, that you achieve what you're trying to do over here. Saying this, I mean, hello again, hello to everyone, and looking forward for the pitches. Thank you.
Thank you, Avinash. So we'll do the same process. I'll lower you guys to the backstage. I'll present my screen. I'll give you guys my pitch, and then we can talk a little bit more later.
Sure.
I'm very excited to be here. I'm Augusto. I have a master's degree in crop protection, and I'm currently transitioning to the tech space. So I do not have any technical background. I have a pure academic background so far. and I got stung by the coding mosquito, and I managed to get this amazing working spot with Venture Miner, and it sparked seed to actually put in motion a long time project of mine that came back from when I started my master's degree. That is, especially here in Brazil, we have a great number of public and great quality universities, and they are scattered around the country. It's a huge country, continental place, and people do not know how to reach other research programs different than the ones that they followed the undergrad career in. So basically, what we can see is wherever the student finishes his undergrad, he will follow up in the postgrad, master's, and doctoral degrees. So I know that this does not help diversity in the research programs because the ideas need to flow. So thinking about it, I came up with the idea to build a. Let me pull my screen here. Just a quick moment. To build up a graduate program portal. So basically, what this does, it aggregates all our postgraduate programs in every university. So it's basically a mock-up now, but the idea is that you could log in with your account and get greeted with all the opportunities to apply and maybe just learn more, read about different graduate programs. So the student will be able to search and sort by what type of program, but by the field of study, by which location it comes from, and a lot of other options. And also to know about all the internship and scholarship programs present and available on those places. So basically is a platform to help students to better find and give a better match with the perfect research and postgrad program. And that's it. It's a bit shorter on my side, but it's a like I said, it's a pet project. It's maybe it can become a product, a sellable product with a subscription. I had a bunch of feedbacks on how to monetize this, and partnerships with the universities and all of that. And it's still in progress. So yeah, feel free to bring any feedback or any comment on it. It will be great.
Yeah, thank you, Augusto, for your presentation. I really like your pet project. I've seen this a couple of times, and I have to see this came up to be a local host, not only a V0 link. So I'm seeing that you are cooking inside of your personal time. So happy to see that. We can have the questions and advices from the judges, and please make sure to go one per time, please.
Okay, I can go first. Augusto, thanks for again presenting this. It's a good pivot from undergrads to most of them. They don't know what to do, what to choose. They're looking for some mentorship, or you having this platform will definitely pivot them to their dream opportunities or goals. And then there could be budget constraints, or they don't know what to do. They can probably sign up on, I don't know, the model that the subscription model that you have, you probably have to have have more user base, because these are students, right? Like you
Yeah.
more like the base, and then you can have like different subscription models based on like their needs. But the goal should be like basically like extend this to all the students, have a one platform where they can reach out and basically pursue their dreams, um, which is a great idea. I really like that idea. Basically, I don't think like um, it's there out there, and in as but it is there, but not to that scale, or like to all the different continents per se, right? Again, I like the great idea behind that, but as I said, like you need to work on this like subscription model, like what people are looking for, like, and how you can like share your ideas. So the most important thing for me is like not developing a product. How do you make sure that it reaches to the right people? That's very, very important. Actually, that's the biggest goal. Actually, so you can have a simple product, an effective product, but it should reach to the people. See, think of that, and then you might be excelling. Like tech side, like I think you will figure it out as you evolve. The product evolves, but I the scaling aspect, like like how to roll out like to different regions, or like if you have to show something based on region based, or like you'll find more and more data. I think you have all the information so far. Like I whatever I've seen, the ranges from like different types of filters, like based on the person's interest. But
the,
what
the the main idea is that it's a Brazilian platform. So I just brought American universities and international opportunities to be I don't know translated and localized so
yeah.
anyone can understand. But the main idea is that it's focused on Brazilian universities, and maybe yeah, if it catches and if it really scales up, it's possible to add the internship idea, the internship programs, because there are a lot of paid internship programs. I am a an international student. I studied 1 year with a full scholarship, full paid scholarship in
Mhm.
Canada. So there are those opportunities. Yeah.
It is true, and I'll probably summarize a little more things. That the one thing I say is basically like getting people here is one step one, but you need to have mentors or coaches or like some assistant, right? Like basically like how do you connect to these universities? Like they need to hop from this tool to like their goals actually, right? And so you need someone to handhold. Like they need to be coaches or like guides who can help them, because they might be lost. There is too much information out there, but if you compress that and then say like, hey, again based on the subscription model, like you can say like, okay, you can reach out to this coach or this mentor. They can help you guide like what are the next steps, basically. Like once they filter out of tens and thousands of colleges, basically like they can list out like 10, and if they have top 10 priorities, right? That's one thing you can think about, the chat feature, or like a mentor or a coaching feature, that you can put up a price for that, because it's not free. Nobody's going to mentor you or coach you for free. Like they're gonna ask you per hour based model or anything. So if you have that, I think probably like you're literally there, like they're reaching their goals actually. That's all I have. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
If I can go, yesterday I was talking with a colleague here in Miami, and was like he was showing me this new idea that she had, and she's developing. She's building something similar, but as a life, and she's building this concept as you as a person, and how you are connecting with your goals. And I think that you are more basic. Your customer is students, right? Trying to define and looking for help, and trying to coach, and trying to guidance in between when you are dealing with the education, right? So I think one of the, and I can not tell any more about that specific project, but I can tell you that I think that you have a big opportunity in terms of the education, because we are in a shift era, right? We are shifting in between formal education and not formal education, and maybe shortcut that we are finding, right? It's like people who is going directly to, I have a child who has 10 and he's developing right now. So it's like, wow, this guy could be earn his own money and at 12, right? So we are changing, and the paradigm is shifting. So in terms of guidance or mentorship, I think that you can find this not just in education. I think that, so maybe you can be open to think the solution as a pivoting to other industries, maybe, or opening to other goals, not just in the education as a market. um, no, I don't know. I feel that the educations normally is something difficult, but Facebook came there, right? Came from there. So yeah, you never know. I think that the most complicated part to scale this type of product, I think, is marketing. That is the most difficult part, I think. Uh, yeah. So I don't have question. I think that I like the idea, but I think that you have complexities over there. Maybe I will
Definitely.
be develop more question, maybe, but
Yeah.
I think that you have a lot of complexity.
I feel that the academic field is complex in the way that there are sometimes a lot of ego involved.
Yeah.
And the people they are afraid to get mentored and to reach out to mentorship, because when you are inside a research program, basically means that you either are one of the top in your academic field, or you are aspiring to become one of the top in your
Yeah.
academic field. So you're supposed to know that, and there's the feeling that you are supposed to know everything about the field, and people are afraid to get mentoring.
Yeah, I think that it is because something that you are betraying yourself because of you are, right? So you cannot be a researcher or sort of a, I don't know, a postdoc student if you didn't know what is 1+1, right? It's like, right? So and normally you have sort of a strength and weakness, so it's normal, right? But we are human beings, and I think that the ego is fighting over there normally.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, great feedback. Thank you, Gino.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to go ahead? Otherwise, I'll quickly jump in. Yeah. Okay. I'll take. First of all, Augusto, I think it's a good idea, and in every country this is needed. Even in US, even though there are so many platforms, still the kids struggle, and more than the kids, sometimes the parents struggle. So that's my case right now. My daughter is in 12th, and we are struggling to find where it fits and what is the best program and all. But I think the domain is the postdoc one. But it is the same challenges, right? If I have to do a PhD, like where to go. One thing is, in US we have the Common App. I think you might have looked into that, commonapp.com. You can definitely check. I'll ping the link in the chat. That's the platform which the kids need to use for the graduate program, and it has lots of features, like just not just exploring the app, but to fill up the form for every college. And like here, to fill up the form, you have to write essay, you have to write the supplementary essay, you have to show the passion project details, you have to pull up the SAT score and everything. So it has a lot of stuff, lot of features which is already built in, which you can definitely look into it. I think it's a great place for your reference. But I think the what we can do, what I can suggest is basically creating an ecosystem of these universities or the colleges who can publish their new programs, and it automatically pops up on your platform, right? I think that ecosystem, so it becomes a pusher. So not just creating this platform, but also creating a relationship with all the universities, going and onboarding them one by one. But they become like, if they have to advertise, they choose this platform. Of course, they will have their different user login and portal where they can publish their information, and it pops up. And that's where you can bring in the search and ranking, and you can have a business model out of it also, that whom you want to rank first, you want to go show if anyone wants to put their advertisement, so you can bring in all of those stuff. And the next part can be like, you have a program, but can you apply for the program from your platform itself, right? And it goes back to that college. So again, if someone is getting registered to a college or university from your platform, you can again have a business model. You can just ask, like, since you're enabling or bringing the so much wide population of the students to this platform where they can go and register to a course or a program, I think it will become a great success. Yeah. And a lot of work and great reference as a common app. Yeah, you can look into it.
I have it open on my web browser, so I can check it out later. Yeah.
Yep, perfect.
I still don't have any backend to this, so all the data, it's mock-up data, and my goal is to actually scrape all the websites to have this information. I still have no idea how to do it, because like Pedro, I've vibe coded it so far. So my goal is to keep doing it like that.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Yeah,
I think it's a cool idea. And once again, if you need mentorship, we can collaborate and give you that information. But
Awesome.
definitely, there's a lot which can be done into this area. And I think Prasad and Gino both talked about, I think, the mentorship, right? And it's a huge money market, mentorship. Just to float some numbers, like I am paying 10K just for 6 months for mentorship, and they just guide my child where to navigate, right? How to search, what to do to search, do the search. So that's just the mentorship which we are paying, and I think I'm paying very minimal amount. There are, of course, bigger consultancies who are charging much more, and so on. So you can bring that idea also. Definitely, as you mentioned, there could be some egoistic problem and people who don't like, but there are still good bucket of people who would like to get some mentorship. Because if I have to do a PhD, I'll definitely, if I get a mentorship, it will be great help, who can guide me how to search for the best courses, universities, and where I can do the programs and so on. So I think it's a great opportunity that you can also include the mentorship program in this. But yeah, it needs backend, it needs a lot of work. So yeah, you need to do that. All the best. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, hi, Augusto. I will go next, Augusto. So, yeah, the overall idea, it is good, Augusto. But I don't know, like, whether I have that a level of experience, because my kid is still in elementary school only. I don't have that experience to share with. But I feel like it's a good thing to start. And as you said, you are just starting with scrapping the data, right? Yeah, which is the right thing, because when people start looking into it, at least they start seeing some data about some universities. Because if you wait for a collaboration with them and then trying to start listing them, it's going to take a lot of time. At least to people to try it out, yeah, the scrapping would be the best thing. Maybe you can start picking up some of the like like you started with Brazil, right? Like with one country trying to get into what are all the colleges and the courses that are available, and then putting it together. But I also feel like maybe like, since I have seen a couple of my friends, brother or sister, when they start exploring some option in other countries, what they see is they just get to know about some university from someone, and then they start checking with them actually. So those kind of connections will it be possible or not? I'm not sure. But at that level also, like, already, yeah, we are having too many connections here and there, like LinkedIn, Facebook, WhatsApps, in all social platforms. But just with the studies, right? Like, for example, at least if I am in a school, I'm moving up to a college for the first time. In my senior level, like, who is doing what, that level of connection. And then when I'm in bachelor degree, then if I want to go to masters, uh, within my seniors in the recent years, okay, where did they go? Or if any university that I'm interested in, if I know, get to know someone who can share me that info, like that also might be beneficial. But that is something might be a bit complicated as well, like how do we get in those people and all. But this is one thought. When you started sharing about the college, I just it got stuck in my mind. Augusto.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for presenting it, Augusto. Thank you.
No, thank you very much. Yeah.
Hmm.
Avinash, do you have something for us?
Yeah, first of all, very, very cool idea. My daughter is just 18 months, so it'll take like good amount of time for me to use such applications, but it is good to know. I mean, there's so many things out there right now. Uh, I mean, I was just thinking from the UI perspective, it was really very cool. So I have some ideas around it. Uh, what happens is like if as a user I go into a particular portal, and this portal is really nice because it gives you a holistic view of like what colleges are there, what programs are available, and all those things. So during like my college days as well, right, we used to apply not only just one college. Based on the marks, we apply for multiple colleges and programs. So if the app, using the app, if I could apply to multiple of them, and I could also see a progress, right, where exactly it has been, at what stage it is, whether it is being reviewed, or where exactly my form or my application is, that would really be very, very cool. That would be like my view on this. Um, of course, mentorship is one of the most important MVPs. Everybody had spoke about it, so it will really add value to it, no doubt in that, because it'll take the product like to another level altogether. So also if we could certain things which are readily available nowadays. Now if I could go and type a college, you see a Google review on it, like these many people have given this many Google reviews on that one, right? So if the portal could extract that, and we have a holistic view of that as well, this much ratings. And I'm not sure whether we could get it from a program wise, because I don't think Google does that. But I mean, like, maybe there are filters, right? I mean, you can search for certain keywords, and you can just directly extract it. Let's say that for computer science, this is a very good college, or for, let's say, for electrical engineering or electronics engineering, this is like a very good college. So
There are
maybe
the
that.
there are the
Yeah.
publication score. So how
Okay.
many papers that program, are those the people enrolled on that program publish it. So there are a lot of metrics that we could that I could put on it. Like people from this program publishes like with papers with the impact factor of, I don't know, 7, whatever. So yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So yeah, that would really, make the UI very user friendly, so that I don't have to navigate to 10 places to understand that. So just some thoughts, some random ideas I could collate. But you already had so many expert ideas anyway. So yeah. So
Awesome.
cool.
Thank you very much.
All the best, Augusto. Very nice. Cool.
Yes, I guess that was that.
We can, I guess we can move to the next panel.
Yeah, we'll have to move to the next panel. I'm trying to reach out to the next speaker, but I'm not getting any answer until the moment. So we might need to present them, and then we see what comes next.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for being here. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. We'll do the connections, the pings that were offered. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
the.
Thanks to you guys.
Nice seeing
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
Nice
Thank
to
you.
meet you too.
Bye.
Thank you.
Take care. Have a good weekend.
Oops. Yep.
So let's pull up the judges, the ones that are here. Can you pull them to the stage, Peter, please? Yes. Hi, guys.
Hello.
How's it going? Thank you guys for being here. Actually, we have a minor problem because the presenters that were supposed to pitch now, we had 2 presenters to pitch now and they vanished. We're trying to get in touch with them, and they basically they're non-responsive. So what we could do is that are you guys hearing me?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought C-term had. I thought we can follow up with the normal process, and then Peter can present his project.
Sure.
He has a very good project, and then we can do the follow-up questions and all of that. Would that be okay with you?
Yeah, works for me.
Awesome. So we just need a quick presentation line from each one of you, just what you guys do, your role, and everything. Thank you very much.
Sure. Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay, I can go first. So, hi, my name is Prakhar, and Prakhar Gupta. I work for a hedge fund, and I work as a software engineer lead, mostly on the AI/ML side of the projects. So, yeah, that's a brief about me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I can go next. Maybe. Oh, please go ahead.
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Mojuka. You can call me Mo. I work as a privacy and AI engineer at Amazon. So my work just basically involves trying to come up with privacy engineering solutions for teams and also doing like AI governance work. So that's a brief introduction about me.
Awesome. Thank you, Mo.
Hey, hello everyone. Good evening. My name is Sitaram Raya Rao. I am working in JP Morgan Chase as a senior lead engineer, and I'm working on like LLM suite that is based on the generative AI. So this is the internal product that we have, and like 200K users are like our internal employees are using this day in day out. So my work is on working on agents, building the agents, MCP, and all this stuff. So nice to meet you.
Thank you. Casper?
Hey everyone, I'm Casper. I'm the founder of Synchro.
I guess it felt.
Hello?
Casper, are you guys are you with us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Would you mind going from the start?
Yes. So I'm Casper. I'm the founder of Synchro Social. So we service high-profile coaches and thought leaders around the world, primarily helping these coaches just kind of like change cultural conversations, go viral. And I think kind of like what makes us special is our very AI-driven workflows, where we've kind of like mastered the art of how to make the human who's speaking behind the camera and on social media seem like a human, but everything that happens behind the scenes is very AI-driven.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we'll pull you guys down to the backstage so Peter can present his project, and then we'll have a quick follow-up Q&A with feedback and whatever you guys feel about the project. So we can start right now. I'll get everyone.
Okay. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for being here to all of the judges. I'm going to present my college last project that I need for the graduation the college degree. Not have any technical ability besides from vanilla JavaScript. I also did like a course about computation was when I was like teenager, but I didn't pay much of attention of it, so my bad, I guess. And now I'm doing like technical job. I work here at Venture Miner. We deal with a lot of things that are web development and the web develop factor that we had inside our company. I also work as a Q&A there, and I help the architects to figure out how the user should be on the app, or how the UI and UX should appear to the user, and so on. And with that in mind, I had an idea to create an application to be my last project inside college. And I'm going to ask my apologies because it's everything in Portuguese, so you might didn't understand the things that are being said here, but I will try to translate at the best. I'm not like native English speaker. I'm Portuguese. My mother language is Portuguese, so I'll try to be as clear as I can be about the application and the idea that is hold behind it. And yeah, I guess let's do it. So the main goal here is to provide something for the college concluders, the person, the people, or the individual that has had concluded his college degree into animal science, and to help him to understand and pass the message about the data that are being collected inside the farm into the orientation to make things easier to understand and create actions inside of it. So into a farm at the college degree that I'm ending it's animal science, and the idea is to make production cheaper farm. So milk, how to make milk cheaper and to make more milk, or how to make meat, more meat inside the same animal and make cheaper, so he doesn't need to eat a lot, or I can make more animals inside the same square of meter or hectare. So it depends of the idea that you wanted, and those things are at the end they're all data. So I need to deal with data, collect those data, and to understand how I can translate this into actions. And I make a web application about it. This is my second version of it. I had one in Python, and I tried to make a upgrade in it. Try to converting something, and it break down. It didn't goes to the end that I would like. So I had in my mind that okay, I might be better if I start like zero, and if with the things that I've learned building the older version, I would be able to build a best version of it. And I come into a point of I need to trim some of the features because they have like translation problems. But besides that, I have a lot of good stuff to show. Advocate for the white and dark feature. This is very hard to have. The AI suffers a lot to do it, but I like this as a feature to have. And also I have a little demo about the things that the app can do, and an API key so you can connect to your endpoint and use it into your site. Into the home, I have like a sign-in version and a sign up, so you can have like your name and your email and your password. I will use one of the demo accounts that they are being shown here. So I will just paste the link there, copy and paste. So yeah, I already did some changes here before our presentation. I was thinking about this should be better seen as clickable, because if I show this to a farmer, this needs to be very easier to understand and very user friendly. So things that are clickable have colors, and things that are just to see, they don't have colors at all. So these are only interpretable numbers, so I can see about my application. And here are the things that the application can do. So I have a part where I can upload data from my farm. So as a user, I have like weight, year, breed, gender, like sex of the animal, if it is male or female, and other more animal science orientation type of data, like diary conversion, how much of the food that an animal is eating that is transformed into a production, a product that's for my interest. Could be milk, could be meat, could be anything like that. And I have like this, I can upload. So if I have the data inside my computer that I really want to use and try to understand it, or I can have like a random data generator here. So we just see like the user flow would be. So I click there and see, here is like see full analysis of the data. So I click there, and then it comes to this page where it shows the history of data that I've been using. So you can see that it's different document that has been uploaded here. And I have like informations about the farm that are being generated, and some information are into a more visible way, like graphics. I have also pizza graphics as well, and correlation graphics, which would be better to understand how the data of the farms are being collected and how they are being interpreted to a way that I can have more uh, grasp of which steps I need to take to make a better production. So yeah, this is the interpretation area. A user would see this and would be mostly coming to this AI generator response. So I have like a review about all of the data collected. I've also have like a review about individual class of data, and also a tag with it if it's good or if it's not, or if it's okay, and how this system shows if it's good or if it's not, how the metrics go here. Here in Brazil, we have a company. It's a public company with some sides of private orientation as well, but mostly it's publicly called Embrapa, which goes to say if some number about production is good and some number about production it isn't good. And then with that said, the document, the application will read the document that the user put here, compare with what is Embrapa saying with which is good or it ain't good. And then it displays like a review about it, a little like idea if it's you're going to the right direction, so keep it that way, or you should work into a different direction. This is very high, like degrees of differential inside your animals in your farm. So it also says like something you should worry about, how you should work. This is more like for someone that has like technical information about the animal production. And also for this user, so the user with technical information, they can show to the farm owner, which most of the time doesn't have so much of technical background. I'm saying technical not as in dev, I'm saying technical as in the animal science graduation. So I need to interpret this kind of data and try to make them as more relatable as they can be. So this can be translated into to an action. And the other part of the application would be the calculator, which will make easier for, I guess I'm muted, right? No. I've just lost my phone. Just a second. I'm sorry about that. You guys are hearing me okay? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So yeah, here we have like a calculator that can show difference of things that can be compared or transformed into different data types. And also this helps a lot into if I'm in a farm and I want to show to the owner how like this performance rate is going inside his farm. This is a good idea to show him to demonstrate how my work is being done. And if I will need like a historic here, like a history, so I can see which calculus have been made inside his farm. And I also have like animals per square, like, and how animals are eating, and also how much time are the animals being apart for like born, because this is important to know. Economic view, how much money have been made inside my farm, and this is very important because sometimes it's best for you to just put the money inside a bank and will return better money than a farm will return, because not all of the farm owners will know how to handle animal production. So sometimes they're spending a lot of money they didn't need to spend. And finally, the other feature that it has here is to make like research for articles. So if I go like here and search for like milk lamb, I will have like articles here, real articles will open up, and then I can read that to make more understandable about the information that are being shown in the other parts of the application. But also, if I want to like make a collection about the articles that I'm being reading because of working in a farm that needs to be done something that I don't know how to use, or some technology that I don't know how to apply. I would say like how I would apply a drone into a milk farm. So I will need to validate this scientifically. So I'll go search for articles inside this idea, and then I can save them. So I will say this maternal deprivation and milk replacement, and this will be here as the last saved article. And you can see it goes like, if I do parse here. Oh, yeah, here goes horse. Here go horse here. No. If I go horse, so he will take time to search for it, because horse is not such a findable word. I don't do so much searches about horse here. I do most milk. But if I do milk lamb, it does fastly because it gets from its cache. So makes easier for retrieves the data that has been searched already. And then this make it faster for the user. The dark mode, it's been very well implemented in all of those sections of the application. So everything goes along in undependable. Needs to be like trimmed, but I guess it's okay. But besides these cards here, everything is going to follow the change of the color because of the theme changes. I guess that's it. I have also a sign in, a sign out. And if I try to log with like a new account, like I will do a new account here, and then I have other email. So it doesn't have like the articles that had been searched into the other account, so it stays like private. That data that has been searched, and the account will follow the search. And also I connected into this Upstash cloud, so I can see what's being doing. I don't know how much this is private, but I like the idea of having this in cloud. So the database, it isn't also only in my computer. It can be searched if you are at other side of the planet. And yeah, that's it. The main goal here is to make it easier to understand data from farm, and also make it easier for people to make references to articles and calculate some stuff inside your farm as well. Not all of the farm owners can have like math abilities, so they would be able to use this as like day-to-day basis, and the other features would be more like orientated, because the data analysis, it's better if you do like for trimester than like daily. It's okay if you put that data like daily here inside your CSV file, but you won't have like a difference at much, so it wouldn't matter. But with time comes along, if you have like annually data inserted in here, you'll get like a better view of how your job inside the production it's improving or it isn't improving. So those are the mainly things that I'm doing here. I'm doing mostly using Windsurf. I'm using Cloud.NET 4.5. And also I use Pre.dev. I don't know if you guys know it, but I use this one to build the architecture part of the application. As I'm not technical at all, I don't like understand everything that it's here. I'm just JavaScript like if it was in JavaScript, maybe I would get a grasp of it, but this is like TypeScript and other frameworks that I'm not like familiar with. But I try to talk a lot of the AI to understand the things that I've been doing, and also advocate to do like documentation parts. So this in Portuguese, explaining what this code does and so on and so forth. So I can really understand what is going on inside my code bases. And if I need to like change anything, I will try to find for the part that I need to change, and then I will try to make a improvement on it. I also dispose this inside my GitHub portfolio. So if you guys want to check this out, this is here in this branch, the changes that I'm doing in today. This is available. It's a public repo, so you can try to download and try at home. I don't know if you guys want it, but yeah, you can do it. And yeah, that's it. I'm really sorry that everything here is in Portuguese, so you guys cannot take a really grasp of what is being shown here. But I did all of that using like vibe coded and ideas that I wanted to be here. And also security. I have a .env file, and inside my git ignore, I also have the local env file, so the .env won't be uploaded into my GitHub repo. I guess that's that. Yeah, I'm happy. I hope you guys could follow up the demonstration about my application, and thank you for paying attention until now.
Awesome, Pedro. Thank you very much. I will bring our guests.
I'm not listening. Let me just. Yeah, try again, please.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now we can have a quick Q&A with questions and feedbacks and tips, whatever you guys can bring. We'll gladly receive. So we can go top to bottom. So Sitram, if you could go first.
Sure, thank you. It's a nice presentation. I really like the idea of having this form-based app. So I have some questions on this, like why the local is always Portuguese, like why it is not English or other language. And another question is like, where did you deploy this application and where it is running? And are you using any database or anything, like how the architecture is?
Yeah, okay. Thank you. So it's on Portuguese because I will present this to my professor, my oriented as a college degree project, because I'm doing college in Brazil. I'm Brazilian, so it is in Portuguese because of that. The main goal of users, the market would be like local and small farmers. For like the proximities of my college would be great if I have like those kind of people trying and using my application. And the other question about the database, right?
Yeah, where did you deploy this app where it is running and or like how much it
Okay.
costs you.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's local host right now, but I'm thinking about Vercel. I'm not sure about it. I will try to search the best fit for the application. But the idea is actually to make this usable for everyone. And with that said, I need to make this usable for people that doesn't have like easy access to internet connection. So I will try to figure out a way to make this app like the user to download this app and then use as a web browser application. But I don't know how this will go. Actually, I need to figure out like a roadmap to the next part of the application. I need to trim some stuff inside of it so I can feel like okay, I will think about the user and use cases about this right now. As soon as I get like the article part done, because I have some problems inside of it. Sometimes I do like Portuguese typing and it returns to me English articles, and it doesn't feel like I don't feel like I'm searching for this type of answer. So as soon as I get like a better grasp of all of the application, I will think of the next step. So, but thank you. Yeah, I have this in mind.
Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can go next. I think I have just like high level comments, and really questions. So I know that I feel like everybody also saw this was that it was in Portuguese and not in English. But then when we switched over to the articles, then it was in English. So I know it's going to be a problem because I don't think you can really transcribe those articles to Portuguese. You might be able to do it, yeah, but like most of the time when you pull up these articles, they're going to be in English. So my point to this is just that there could be ways to find how to transcribe this website to Portuguese and English so people can switch back and forth between these languages and make it more convenient for people. So don't try, I know you're trying to focus it particularly on locals and everything, but also try to expand your vision too, just like by thinking like transcribing is not going to be the hardest thing you have to face, I promise. So it's something you should consider. Another point I had is like, while thinking of this project and application, also think about the security side to it and how exactly you want to protect like users in this particular thing. I think one thing I noticed was your passwords. I don't know if you have anything, this might be a question to you, but if you have anything that limits or has a standard for exactly how passwords should be for user accounts, and things like prompting them to update their password, just things like that to think about in long term, because again, this is data that you're keeping like for users, so you want to protect that data. So that's just something to keep in mind for this project, but it's a really good idea.
Yeah, thank you. About the passwords, I didn't thought about this actually. That's a very good idea. I have the feeling that as I'm not so technical, I doesn't have too much grasp of these details because I feel like this is a very minor but super important things to have in mind when you are building applications to like community so people can use. But yeah, I will surely know this and try to grasp this as soon as the live stream ends. I will take this task. Thank you.
You're welcome.
About the translation, the documents. My idea actually is for the application to search Portuguese articles. I'm just having a problem because I'm having the feeling that the windsurf doesn't know how to do it. That's the way that I see right now, and I need to understand if there's a way to do it because what I have in my mind is I might be able to get some into the API for the articles like here in Brazil we have like Cielo, which is international.
It could closely relate to what's it called? It's a scientific repository that aggregates a lot of different journals, scientific journals. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Gustav. Yeah, I wouldn't say it better. And we have here in Brazil some of those, and I would like to the AI try to find those and then retrieve as fetch, I guess is the better word, the articles from that. But I have the feeling that Windsurf doesn't know how to do it. I try to do it. I will just put it again.
If you let me, Pedro,
Yeah, sure.
there's one thing that might be happening is that mostly the scientific articles, they have keywords in different languages. So if it's a Brazilian journal, it will have it will have English keywords, and probably it will be published in English. So maybe this is the problem that you're facing, because you're searching keywords might be leading to Brazilian papers, but published in English, because the keywords might match. This might be one thing that you might be facing.
Yeah, I need to search for it, but I
No,
would
not,
like
not, not
to.
a specific technical.
Yeah, yeah. I need to understand better
Journal.
what needs to be done, and then I feel like I can direction the AI to correct it. But yeah, thank you, Augusto and Guadalupe, for your questions and your advice.
Thank you. Carl, would you go next?
Me? Okay. So I think I was going through it, and it was a really good presentation. First of all, I had just a couple of tips which I would say, maybe like feel free to like use them, or maybe because you know the application much better than me. So one thing which I felt was, I was thinking more at the side of the end user, like a farmer who's gonna use it, right? So have that in mind when you are developing the application, right? So thinking like that. So one thing which I felt was like the articles tab, when you were searching across articles, it's gonna pull from all these scientific journals, right? So the person who is using it may not be well aware, right? These are some researchers, scientists who are publishing it to the journal. So if you can have a summarization step which summarizes your article, like an overlay where you can show the actual article, and it's a window on the side which summarizes the article in plain English or plain Portuguese, or whichever you prefer. um, one thing which maybe an addition to the application can be something regarding, because you mentioned about non-dairy, like crops and stuff like that, so maybe if you can maybe if you can combine weather data, soil information, a lot of those data points, and maybe build even the like some if, for example, I can input, let's say I grow corn, something like that, and if I can figure out what's the corn prices are gonna look like, or something like that, just a very basic way of doing these things, that can add value to the product which you're trying to build. So those were my quick suggestions.
Thank you. Thank you. I will try to figure out a way to do a summarization. I just feel like if I had this implement, I will need to have like some kind of AI type of chat. And I have a problem with integrating AI into the application as well. So I tried to do it at earlier stages, and it ended like a way that I felt, okay, this is a good AI responding to it. I don't know if because I didn't integrated my API key right, or if the AI code to use the AI it's not so good as well. So I don't have a grasp of the real problem. So I just overcome it. That okay, I tried not use AI, but yeah, I feel like having a summarization of the article would be a great feature as well. So I will try to do it, but I don't know about it. But I will try. Thank you, Prakar. Thank you so much.
Oscar, would you mind go ahead?
Yes, thank you for your presentation, and I'll be also like doubling down on kind of like the end user experience. I think personally, me coming from Finland and being in contact with a lot of farmers back home, I know that they're not maybe the most tech savvy people, and I remember being at the end of like when I got started in my work career, I was calling a lot of farmers, and even like being on the phone was sometimes like difficult for them to understand what I'm talking about. So I think, when I was going over, you show me the AI generated responses. I think that's important. I would be, when you're showing kind of like the final review of kind of like the data analysis, I think it's important for the farmers to, it's important for you to focus on the quality of the interpretations and the graphs rather than the quantity, because I know that you had multiple different graphs and interpretations of the data. For a farmer that's especially like local or a smaller farmer, it might be just important to focus on, maybe one or two of kind of like the most important ones, and then having kind of like, okay, what does this graph mean? Because they're in like scales of data interpretation based on graphs might not be as a higher level as you are, for example. And then you were saying kind of, I think it would be important, if there are local smaller farmers with not great internet connection, just overall optimizing for page load time, page speed. And I think, just brought up a great point of like the summaries of articles. I think instead of just, clicking onto a full length article, just having an understanding just at glance of like, what is this scientific article, like giving recommendations on. And then I have a question for you in terms of just like the data inputs. Was the only way of uploading data through uploading a CSV file, or is there another way to upload data on the website?
Yeah. About that and matching with the idea that not farmers are so technical, I guess I have the belief that as I know, most of farmers like pen and paper. So I would be need someone to translate the pen and paper data that they should collect. I have the feeling that most of the farmers have a way to understand how their production are, even though if it's like, a name of the cow and it's producing this amount of milk and this date. So this is a very good data that I could use to understand how the production are being done inside it. But I'm pretty sure that most of them are doing like manually, like pen and paper, and they have like a book with infinite notes about it. But I'm thinking about a way to catch this data with a photo. So a camera could be taken, and then this would be used as a CSV file. But I don't know if this is feasible with just AI because I'm not technical. So I would need to think a way that the photo with the information would be translated, and I have to think about the calligraphy of the person, of the people that is writing. But imagine in a perfect world that the calligraphy is okay, so the AI understand what's being writing, noted down, and then this going to be into a CSV file, and then it's going to be interpreted. So yeah, I could have like these endpoints with an AI trying to catch the noted data into a typed data. But I was thinking about now, and I don't like this idea because I know people don't like this kind of job, but someone who needs to catch like the notebook and type it down into Excel or plain sheets. But I really don't like this. I don't feel like this is optimal. I will try to come around with a better idea to it, because I guess, as you said, that you have a past in a farm people inside your family. So would be better if I have this user being able to take a photo of the data that he has, upload to the application, and then he could even chat with the application or chat with someone that is inside and seeing the same data, so he can get advice of the next step that he needs to do to improve his milk production or whatever.
Yeah, but I would recommend those kind of like being the two, is like either have like an AI driven solution where you take a picture of something that's like being handwritten, or that I think there's like a very simple like way to, and without like a steep learning curve of like how can I input this data on the website, for example, because I think if you're asking farmers to start creating CSVs, I think the gap is going to be too big for them to apply, especially if you're targeting local and smaller farmers.
I
But
totally
nevertheless,
agree. I totally agree, and I make these things around. I share a question for you. Do you think a farmer would be okay, like with farms? If I have farm for it, and then I put like name of the cow and date of the data that has been put and stuff like that. I don't know if a farmer would precisely complete these farms with all the data, you know. And to think about a way that he wants to fill out the information that the application needs to work. So I need to make it like seductive. I don't know how yet, but I figure out a way. But thank you for the question, Casper.
Of course, thank you for your presentation.
Yeah, thank you. You're muted.
So I'm muted. So guys, thank you very much for being here. Unfortunately, we do not have another project to present. Like I said, our next presenter vanished mid-air. And we are very grateful for your time here. Thank you very much. If you need anything, you can ping me, you can ping Pedro. And I guess I'll see you guys in our next pitch day. Do you guys have any last words that you guys wanna share? Any socials you guys would like to share?
I'm all good on my end.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you guys very much. Have
Perfect.
a nice.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh yeah.
So we're at the end of our next Vibe Demo Day. We had Shay, her
post MVP growth.
Post MVP growth. We had Shay with her project, me, Pedro, great judges, that came, evaluated, gave great tips, great feedbacks, and now it's time to say goodbye. What do you say, Pedro?
Yeah, thank you so much for everyone who's being here with us. If you're watching this later after the stream, feel free to reach out, leave a comment and leave it a like, and also share in your groups so we can spread the artisan word. And also thank you so much for Renee for being here. It's a pleasure to have you here. Hope to see you soon and to see in a very more crowded panel. We have like mostly of these events occur in Saturday, so this is the first Friday that we do the demo day. Maybe we got lost to the pictures because of that. They were I don't know, thinking about doing to Saturday, and then they misunderstood the information that I've been sent. But we'll work this out internally, and we just want to thank you for coming up and show your presence. It's very, very important to us.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Nice Friday, nice weekend to everyone. Bye-bye.